Yep.
It's so funny. I see on your LinkedIn all the time, talking about the importance of self-awareness, and, the only people to compare yourself to are your, pretty much yourself.
That's
Um,
right.
why do you think for that in particular, why is that so important?
I mean, look, I threw something out recently, and there's a lot of general themes, but like let's just talk about one for a second. I actually think that the what doesn't get talked about enough from an entrepreneurial perspective, or just honestly working in this day and age of the pressure that of business in general, is the level of depression, right? And and how do you not compound that? And I'm going to go, there's two things here. We'll put a pin in one of like admiration versus inspiration. That's this going to be the second side, but the first side is just mental health. And I think, you have a lot of people, there's a lot of people, you go and you read these crazy stories like, oh my God, like Elon Musk just passed Jeff Bezos as the most valuable, like the wealthiest person in the world at like $200 billion, right? And everybody talks about Musk or Cuban or Bezos or, and you can go on and on and on, right? But do you know the amount of people that actually could get into that stratosphere is this big, right? And I mean, so many things have to go right, and you have to have a certain type of capability, and then timing has to align, and you got to get really lucky, and and then you start extrapolating that out, and it's like, that is just, it's great to look at that and go, I aspire to something like that from a success level, but also there's different realities for everybody, right? Like I think people don't celebrate their wins enough personally. I don't think people go, hey, this was a hand I was dealt. Now, ideally, I'll get some experience and be able to reshuffle the deck and maybe get a different hand to create a different life. I'm sorry, I'm big on metaphors and things like that. But I think most people don't celebrate winning within their own, like, here was the hand I was dealt. Like, oh, not me specifically, just some general person. Like, I'm growing up in Coney Island in Brooklyn, and my lower middle class, higher class, like poor. And, I go to a shitty school. There's no way I'm going to be able to pay for college. I'm smart, but I don't kill school, and I have a sick mom and no dad. And, it's like, wait a second. Is it realistic to go, I'm going to go and become Jeff Bezos? Or like within the current context, like, how about going, like, I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to support my family. I'm going to help everybody out. I'll take a little bit more time for college. I'm going to be patient about the way I do things, but I'm going to take care of everything that I have to in the hand that I was dealt in all aspects of my life. And then I'm going to optimize for that. I'm not saying shoot lower. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying be happier with winning within the context of that you have been dealt. And I don't think enough people think about it that way.